7 year struggle is going to end up benefiting me at the end. In the true sense that if I had set this record 7 years ago, there's another man who is still boxing. His name is Evander Holyfield, the former heavyweight champion of the world. Now he will be able to break it. But now, after breaking this record, whoever is going to do it must be at least 60 years old. And you know that is impossible. It's not going to be in our lifetime again. But I'm very happy that the struggle was not in vain, because most people who fought for something good to happen never really lived to enjoy it. They will fight, other people will come and enjoy it, but Bashali fought and he's going to enjoy it. I just can't wait for that night when I'll be walking into that ring and millions of people will be watching to see this old man is going to do it, and I will do it to make you proud.
When is the date?
Well, the date is proposed for May 31st, and it's Saturday. The fight will come around 3 a.m. That will be 9 a.m. New York, 9 p.m. New York time, because it will be shown live on what is called pay-per-view television, and it's estimated to be watched by an audience of between 10 and 12 million people who will be staying up to watch this old man. Can this old man really do it? It's going to be an historic event, and I'm excited, I'm happy, and I cannot wait for that night to happen. Well, the venue right now, we are waiting. Whoever comes up with $1 million will have the right to host. We are speaking with about 4 state governors, and very soon, between the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to tell you who has the right for this fight. We think this is a huge fight. It shouldn't just go to anybody. You want it, you put up the money for it. We want to do a lot of things differently, and you will know that this is the first time in the history of boxing that the federal government of Nigeria, through the National Sports Commission, say, okay, let us support you, let us make it happen. As I said, this president, other people will now come up tomorrow to enjoy it. They will say, look, since you supported Bashali, you must make sure you support also. So we're opening doors for them, and whoever pays the $1 million, will have the right to host. And then next time, another governor will say, okay, I'm going to put up 2, I'm going to put up 3. This is how...
This is a world title fight.
Yes.
I saw you with Nigerian trade.
Yes.
Papa Francis Ayeke. Are you thinking of hiring a foreign...
Never. Everything about this fight is going to be African. My real trainer, White House, is in Lagos. Once we kick off, he will be here. Everybody, all my sparring partners, everybody will be Nigerian. So when we win tomorrow, they will not say that they had the services of a foreigner, they had the services of a white man. It's going to be all Nigerian. And the same thing I did when I went to Germany to train. People say, why don't you go to America and train? They have the best facilities. But I trained right here at National Stadium, and I still went to Germany and performed wonders.
Are you still going back to Germany to train for this fight?
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to train right here. When we go to Germany, France, Italy, it's just to make noise. This is what we're going to do in Africa. But the main training is going to be right here in Nigeria.
Do we have the facility here?
We have the facilities. What do you need when you say you have the facilities? We have punching bag here. Yeah, we shall get the speed back. And we have human beings to spar with. And we have this weather that is punishing. Every time I go out, I'm sweating without throwing punches. So you can imagine I go abroad, I'm freezing, I have to walk off in sweat, but here everything is natural. So, by the time my opponent comes in, if he stays inside the ring 15 minutes, he's sweating. By the time fight starts, he will have fought about 20 rounds in his own mentally because of the heat.
Yeah, watch out. You mentioned about 4 states just linked to...
4 states, yes.
Is it possible to name the states?
We don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, so we wait. Just be a little patient, my brother. As soon as the first one puts up, the $1 million, I will call you personally and say you can now go to town.
You told us you are supremely confident.
Supremely confident.
I'm wondering, are there challenges you are foreseeing ahead?
Challenges anytime you fight somebody who has 2 hands, 1 head, just like you, there are challenges, because it can always do something to upset you. And don't forget, I'm going inside the ring, and people are going to see me at my worst. Snot coming out of my nose, spit out of my mouth. It is not a beauty contest. So I'm always afraid walking inside that ring. But once the bell rings and we start to fight, then everything will calm down.
Why should some Nigerians be afraid that Bashali may crumble? Like, you not live up to expectations?
It's impossible. You see, there was time I fought at National Stadium, and the place was sold out. Everybody came, and everybody was excited. And the reporter, came to me and said, Bashali, look at all these people. Nigerians truly love you. I said, no. All these people don't love me. Most of them love me. But some of them hate me. Some of them, because if you go back and watch the fight tape, anytime the opponent hit me, they would jump up, say yes, God don't catch him. So they were happy. And some of them hate me because they just hate me. They say, this man, he talks too much. He says he does not believe there's a God. He is not married, does not have a child. He has sacrificed his dick, for strength. So they have all kinds of reasons, to hate me. Okay, and that's about 10%. And those 10%, anywhere I go to fight, they will come. If you say gate fee is $1 million, they will look for that money and come to watch me. Do you know why? If they are not coming to watch me because they love me, they are coming to watch me to say that the day Bashali was humiliated, I was there. I saw him, that stupid old man. They finally defeated him, okay? But and then you have those who are there, who see me as a cult, a religion, they worship me. Anytime I go to fight, they're always happy. And those people will always make excuses for me. If I lose them, say, you know what, government delayed the man. For 7 years, they didn't let him fight. And the man is getting a little older. So they will always make excuses. So those ones who love me, I don't train because of those ones, because I know they got me covered. But I train because of those 10% who hate me with a passion, who want me to lose. As long as I'm training very hard, I will shame those 10% and continue to make the larger 90% happy.
If what you said is true, yes. I'm particularly interested that people are concerned that you're not married. Does it not call for consent? Are you afraid that, like Samson, that a woman may bring you down, that will not give you, may reduce your strength?
No, it is a policy thing, because I don't really believe in this world. I've always told people that I wish I was never born, because this is a horrible place. And the worst thing is that none of us will get out of this place alive. Can anybody get out of this world alive? You must die to get out of this place. So I figured, is it really worth it? I watched my father die of cancer. I was 6 years old. My mom died of cancer too. Maybe I'll die of cancer. And my child probably watching me and go through that pain. So in order to eliminate all this unnecessary pain, and until I don't believe in this world, I don't want to contribute.
You hate women?
No, I love women. No, I was raised by my mom because my father died when I was 6 years old. And my sister also died out of school to make life possible for me. I love women, I cherish women. But I don't want to go through agony. You are my wife, I die, you cry. Or you die, I cry. But all these things are inevitable. So I just try to cut certain things that will not make me sad.
Does that bother you that Bashali may exist and just end like that without a replacement? You have no issue of no offering?
I've had people say that may my child be greater than me. Yeah. I don't want that to. It's like a curse because now I've worked very hard. I'm inside Guinness World Record. And my child, who may not even like me, will now tomorrow be greater than me. So he has removed the things that I've done. No, may my child, if I have any, be as great, but not greater than me. So I want to write my own history. I want to have my own legacy. I don't want to depend on anybody. I can have a child. That child will become one of the most notorious armed robbers in the world. How do you equate that? And he said, partially his father was a great man, but his son was very, very notorious.
After the Guinness Book of Records, what next?
After the Guinness Book of World Record, my name would be inside that Guinness Book of World Record as the oldest man to fight and win. Now I will relinquish that title. I move on to the heavyweight. The heavyweight, my next victim will be Samuel Peters, the former heavyweight champion of the world. If you remember, the quickest knockout they ever had was in 8 rounds when he was knocked out. I want to do that before 8. After doing that, I will now cement my name, as a legitimate heavyweight. So that way I will get the chance to fight whoever is the heavyweight champion of the world. Like I've always said, I'm going to fight till I'm 60 years old. I want to retire young, healthy, with a lot of money, and then go on into politics. I must be the president of Nigeria. That's my ultimate goal.
Have you ever sat down to think that the delay in actualizing this your fight, that is the delay, by the federal government granting the setting up of this committee? Have you ever sat down to think that probably wanted you to grow more older before you
be too old? Well, you see, I've had people say that the government of Nigeria does not really love you. What they want to do is punish you, make sure that you are too old. When you step inside that ring, you'll be useless anyway. Those are people who love me, like you now. You are saying so because you love me. Partially, I would have won if government had given him the opportunity. But like I said, I'm an extraordinary human being. So that delay was for my body to build, my mind to be fully strong. So, but the delay is good. I'm going to write boxing history. I'm going to go ahead and win. I must win. If you can give me $1 billion, it will not mean anything to me unless I win. Because if I don't win, all that struggle of fighting government will have been in vain. I must win. win, get inside there, win, come out looking the way I am, and then we'll go ahead and move and plan the next thing.
Finally, from me,
Yes.
what do you think of boxing in Nigeria?
Died.
Are we progressing?
Boxing died a long time ago. I've always said, I said I'm the resurrector of boxing. Because when I came, boxing was dead. I woke it up from the grave, and then, we started promoting on a regular basis. After that, then I fought Terry Ray, if you remember, September 9, 2000. And I said I was going to become the Moses, the black Moses. Because if you remember, the white Moses did not lead the Israelites to the promised land. I said I was going to lead Nigeria to the promised land. And I said I was going to intimidate my opponent, break him down physically and knock him out, and did just that. Okay, now I became the champion of the world. Now I want to become what is called the god of boxing. God of boxing. How do I become the god of boxing? By putting my name in the Guinness World Record. So I've gone through 3 transitions. One is Jesus Christ, from Jesus Christ to Black Moses, from Black Moses to the god of boxing. And then I will now crown it with something more beautiful to become the president.
Okay, you do not win this fight.
I must win. I must win. The thought kills me. The thought of not winning kills me. So I must win. I must win to make you proud. And if I don't win, you'll be held responsible. Because you have not done your own work. Look at my predecessors, everybody here. On that day, they must fly. All the juju they have, they must put it in use on that night. That Baisale must win.
Would you be happy to fight?
Yeah, I'll be happy to fight Samuel Peters. Why? Because I think it was arrogant. When Samuel Peters first came to Nigeria, after he won the title, Samuel Peters stayed inside the plane, refused to come out. He said because of security reasons that it's not safe for him to come out and meet his own fellow boxers. I mean, I think that was crude and rude. And he must pay for that. For refusing to come out to acknowledge those who were with him when he had 0. He now said the security report. So, but this time, he will fight me and I will rubbish him.
You say your sister will do juju. Is there juju in boxing?
This brings me confidence that anything we must do to win, they will do it. They are not going to sleep. That's why we're fighting 3 a.m. 3 a.m. This is when my people will start flying. Because by the time you see them flying, everybody flying. We must win. We must be right for cities.